Rahul, yeah, the DMK in many ways is very similar to the BJP because both of them need an enemy to divide the people. But in this particular case, I will give the benefit of the doubt to the minister. Look, he was referring to three particular colleges which have a large number of students from other states studying there. And in that context, he said that since the hostels reopened on 12th and 13th of May, students came back, and until then, the case counts in the state itself used to be around 100 or so, sometimes very often less than 100. So after the 12th and 13th of May, there have been clusters noted in multiple educational institutions. We had a cluster in IIT, we had a cluster in Anna University, College of Engineering, and then we had clusters in a couple of private colleges. And at least two of these colleges have a large number of students from other states. So clearly, the way he worded it was not appropriate. He could have just used the words from different states of the country and left it at that instead of going on about North Indians.
No, maybe you know what he should have said, Dr. Suman C. Raman, because people are flying they are not just going to college, they're also flying into Chennai, into other parts of Tamil Nadu. They're driving in. There is commerce. There is no lockdown. Perhaps he should have counseled, excuse me, Dr. Raman, let me finish. He could have counseled the university to conduct tests. And perhaps if he's so concerned, and being the health minister, he should know. Maybe quarantine for a week. Some of these people. Instead, he raises the bogey. I want to ask you. I want to ask you.
Rahul,
Dr. Raman, no, I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting this because you see, this is the same argument that will be.
I'm the last person to unnecessarily defend the DMK government. But in this case, the minister actually was speaking about three specific instances in three educational institutions.
No, sir. Then we can go back in time. You can go back in time, and Dr. Raman, you sat on this channel and you accused various channels of going after, for example, the markas. You remember the markas?
No, absolutely, that was completely uncalled for.
No, that was uncalled for. Why was it uncalled for? Why was it uncalled for?
Look,
that was also a cluster. That also happened because foreigners came without taking proper visa approvals, came to Nizamuddin, did not adhere to those protocols and formed a cluster. And if people said that the Markazis were acting irresponsibly, you had a problem with that.
No, you did not say Markazis were acting irresponsibly. You did not even blame just the Tablighi Jamaat members. It was sort of rolled out as the Muslim community.
No, come on, Dr. Raman. No, Dr. Raman. Please don't try to change the goalpost. You see, you can't change the goalpost on India Upfront. The facts speak for themselves. You can't change the goalpost. Everyone talked about the markas. Cases were filed against the markas. And remember, viewers, they didn't get any exemption, so to speak, technically from the court. They were only repatriated. No, Dr. Raman, tonight do not try to create these false narratives. I want to bring in Uma Anandan. I also want to put it out on record. Was it North Indians or was it outsiders who contributed to 10,941 cases in the state on April 19, 2021? No, it was the elections. It was Tamil Nadu politicians themselves who held rallies. It's a shocking statement by the health minister. He should be removed. He's creating a paranoia against anyone who's coming out from anywhere else in the state. What do they want? Shut down their borders? 12,652 cases in the state on April 22nd, 2021. Was it also the outsiders who contributed to that? 28,978 cases in the state on May 10, 2021. Again, was it outsiders? No, viewers, it wasn't. It's bad policies. Bad governance. Uma Anandan, BJP councillor. Miss Anandan, you are extrapolating, says Dr. Suman C. Raman.
See,
you are just the other side of the DMK coin. Respond.
See, I don't want to give much credence to that because it doesn't, it is something spoken through his head. He has to speak like that. So let me ignore that and go ahead. See, as you told, The same health minister was in the opposition party at that time during Edapadi's government, when the same group from Delhi, Nizamuddin, had spread in North Chennai, everywhere, and a police officer who took action on them was transferred. He was manhandled by the crowd and they did not find fault, and that person was transferred, and the same crowd that is giving interviews today against the North Indians kept quiet on that day and took the others who blamed that crowd for spreading COVID as devils. That is what, like that they were spreading. And I want to know, this DMK government is always famous for their hostility towards the other part of India. I think again and again and again we have to keep reminding them that Tamil Nadu is an integral part of India. It is not a separate state. They talk about state autonomy, and at once the national pride is thrown out of the window. I don't understand this logic at all. And this particular Rameswaram thing is totally insulting. As you said, I wanted to comment about the Pani Puri comment. But since you have already spoken about it, I don't want to touch on that. But definitely this sort of a thing is insult. I think they have points against CAA about mapping of that. They will raise a hue and cry on that. For foreigners, they are prepared to defend. But for our own Indians, the North Indians are not from Italy or Nepal or Malaysia. They are from the other part of India. They are our own brothers and sisters.
Vikraman,
and they do not
VCK
waste
spokesperson,
any time
ally of the
in
DMK.
pointing out their fingers against the
Let's
North
get
Indians.
Mr. Vikraman to respond to Umanandan.
This is what is done, and this is totally insulting. I want to ask about the Red Sanders issue. When the Red Sanders issue in Andhra Pradesh by the Tamil Nadu population was called, these people raised a hue and cry that they are being branded. Why are they doing that now? So it is blood for them, but when it comes to others, it becomes tomato chutney.
Tomato chutney when it comes to outsiders.